Hey everyone, welcome back to our third episode of Basic Batches. We're on Katie's season still, and that was brutal.
Yeah, so this is episode 3, and the first thing that comes to my mind is worst episode I've ever seen.
Me and Maddie were on our phones / petting. I was petting my cat. I cleaned my dog's ears. I got a lot done this episode.
Yeah, it was basically a chore episode.
Yeah.
And I probably wouldn't have even watched it if it wasn't for the basic batches. So
yeah.
This is really keeping me motivated. But I have a few notes. So The first main point was Aaron definitely has lip injections.
Yes. Oh my gosh. A lot of the guys have weird lips this season. But yeah, he definitely has some big lips.
They're juicy and glossed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was disturbed. Also, he's just very fratty.
Yeah. Well, and I think we should mention, the first thing that happened was our villain,
Carl.
Carl went home.
Yeah. And that obviously had to happen. Yeah,
I don't know. Although we did mention, the first 10 minutes, we were both kind of in it.
Uh-huh.
Because she, took a vote, almost, it seemed like. She didn't really take a vote, but she was like, is that what everyone thinks, you know?
That Carl is the bad guy?
Yeah. And everyone was like, uh-huh, except for a couple of them. But
that was kind of unprecedented, taking a vote at a rose ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was kind of interesting, but, Carl looked dead inside.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like he was kind of like Victoria. He had to be a paid actor.
Yeah, when he was boxing.
That was so dumb. He was boxing like nobody in a room by himself.
And I have to mention, too, I'm surprised Maddie's not wearing black right now to honor the death of Garrett.
Yeah, I'm pissed. I actually want to quit. But I'm going to push on because I'm the Lewis and Clark of the Bachelorette.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pushing on for the content.
Yeah, and
and the greater good.
I heard the girl who hosted last week state, she was on a podcast I listened to. I think she was on Nick Viall's, and she said that Garrett was super funny. And so I'm like, what did Garrett do that we didn't get to see?
Garrett had a shining light, and that was why he got sent home, because Katie has terrible taste in men and terrible taste in clothes.
I mean, at this point, we have, Thomas, who's in the top.
We need to talk about Thomas, but maybe we should save him for last.
Yeah, for last. But yeah, she doesn't have the best taste. I mean, Hunter stayed, but not Garrett.
That was my next point.
Okay. Good thing we're on the same page.
Hunter, I'm disturbed by. Mm-hmm. Also, I need to mention on the group date, Connor B's outfit with his shirt unbuttoned.
I wrote the outfit is a no. Yeah.
Huge no. He seems super gay.
He's just I don't know what I think.
He's just metrosexual, maybe.
Or something, because, at the house, he was wearing, he wears that ring, and he's always twirling it. And
he's a musician, so it kind of makes sense. So, but, yeah, that shirt unbuttoned and his weird pants, and I did not like that.
No,
and Garrett is just so pure, and he has beautiful red hair. He just didn't get the time he deserved.
No, he didn't. Yeah, I was a little annoyed by Connor this episode. Connor B, who was my top pick, and he was my favorite. I think I'm going to have to remove him from my favorites, because I just was kind of annoyed by him.
Yeah.
With the kissing.
I forgot about that.
Then he talked about, how he cheated on someone, and it was kind of weird, the way Katie reacted to it.
Mm-hmm.
This whole episode was outshined by the fact that Nick Viall was on it for me.
And he actually said pretty much nothing.
I know. I was like, what a terrible date. He had to quarantine probably for, 2 weeks?
I don't know.
To do that. I don't know how long they're making these people quarantine. But they definitely have to. They've talked about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the heck?
I don't even care about how bad it was for him. I care more about how badly they are treating the guys. They have the worst dates ever. It's purposefully humiliating humiliating them, like milking them for content because it's so desperate, it seems like. Mm-hmm. And then even on the teaser for next week, like the next date they're getting waxed. Yeah. It's like, can they actually do something fun? Yeah. It just sounds like torture.
What Michael's date was, I'm jumping ahead here, but Michael's date was, which was like a go-kart or dune buggy or whatever fun. That is. I don't even know. But yeah, like, why can't they all do that? But
yeah, so that, I guess, brings us to, obviously, the group circle. It was like kind of like a youth group where you feel obligated to share things you don't want to. Yeah. And like also an AA meeting because they were always like, thank you for sharing.
I know. Yeah. All my notes are from that. Is that Hunter revealed he was divorced with 2 kids, which I didn't know about. And then, obviously Connor had the story about him cheating on a girl. Katie had her story where she's saying she didn't consent. And then freaking Thomas.
That was bizarre. He was like so happy about it too.
He was like, I really like Katie, but I also was just here for the platform, but I really like Katie. But the platform.
I was here for an adventure, but she's aight.
And then I swear he said it, where he said, he signed up for a different Bachelorette. Like, he didn't sign up for her, right? Or something like that is what it made me think he was saying.
It did sound like that.
So I don't know if that's what he meant, but I was like, what in the heck? Like, that'd be a quick no. I'd be like, is this who Carl was talking about?
Actually, that's interesting. But I thought that you brought up a good point that Thomas is Satan.
He looks like Satan.
Or he's a robot, I think, maybe.
Maybe he's a part of the Illuminati, or he's a lizard.
I can't hear you.
He's a part of the Illuminati, or he's a lizard.
He's definitely a lizard boy.
Maybe. But, yeah, Thomas, blah. And then he interrupted twice, and that's when the episode really started dying for me. It was dying during the circle.
The circle date, everything beyond that was absolutely not, why am I watching this? I'm done.
Yes. And then, yeah, because, like, Thomas interrupted. Then we have the Michael date where he kind of revealed. We had to, why did we have to listen to that revelation twice? Like,
right.
Why did they add in where he told the other 2 people about it? Why didn't the producers...
About his wife dying?
Yeah, why didn't they let us figure that out with Katie? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, it was really annoying because I was already impatient with the slow pace and, like, the depression that this episode put me in. And then I had to listen to this guy tell about how his wife died from cancer twice.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Are the producers trying to torture the audience or what?
I don't know. Maybe they're part of the Illuminati.
It did make me, like, appreciate him more because he was so annoying to me.
Yeah, he was. But I did like their date, and then she flipped the vehicle, and he thought that was funny.
They seem, like, well-matched for each other.
They are well-matched, and he's definitely mature. He knows what he wants.
He's 36.
She loved the things that he said. Like, she loved how he said, I find it such a privilege or a blessing or whatever to fall in love twice.
Yeah. She was, like, really crying.
Yeah, she cried every date again, but she cried during the rose ceremony. She cried during the group date, and then she cried during Michael's date, and I'm just like, ugh. And then, do you have, before I'm skipping ahead, do you have anything else to add about Michael's date?
No, there's nothing special. Yeah. I mean, I just feel like they vibed really well.
Yeah, they did. And he might be moving up to the top 3.
I think. And I have, like, more compassion for him, obviously.
Yes, he still kind of has some, mannerisms, like you said?
I do not like his mannerisms, but I think they might be a good match for each other. Yeah. He's no Garrett. Yeah. But obviously, that's for me.
No one's Garrett for you. This season's junk now. That's what was the real downfall of the episode for you. You were over it.
I can't believe he's gone, like, so soon.
I know.
He outlasted Hunter.
Yeah.
Like, no ma'am.
Well, he outlasted guys. I was like, who is that? Was he there night one? We weren't sure. But then I want to add, let's get on to this Thomas drama because I know we have to talk about it. I'd like to point out that I didn't realize this for some reason, but it just clicked. So Thomas and Aaron were the ones that had a problem with each other because Thomas interrupted Aaron after Thomas already had his time. Aaron was the dude that had the problem with the other guy last week.
Aaron is just super
he
testosterone-y.
Seems very problematic. And I'm like...
He's gonna pick a fight with anyone.
Yeah, and what's really bothering me is everyone's, like, really on Thomas for being like, yeah, like, I was the platform and I was considered being the Bachelor. Like, it all wasn't a thought in their mind.
Yeah, it's like, if you're going on this, you're at some point... especially in your 14-day quarantine, probably going to be like, oh, that's actually a possibility.
Yeah, and, like, I'm sorry, when you were, like, top 6, it has to cross your mind. You've been there all this time. You're playing the game right. And by that, to make it to the top 6, you're typically a loved person. Like, it has to cross your mind. I'm either, I have a good chance of going on Bachelor in Paradise, I have a good chance of being the Bachelor, or I have a good chance of actually getting the girl. Like, if that doesn't cross your mind, you're
dumb.
You're fake.
Or dumb.
Yeah, but should Thomas should he have admitted to it? Probably not. Like,
but it's funny.
Yeah.
It's like, how are you that stupid?
Yeah, it's just, what are you doing? And yeah.
It was so weird to see the contrast of all the men crying in that humiliating circle. And then he had that cheesy Pennywise smile and was like...
the devil.
Yeah. He said some stupid crap, but...
Yeah, we're not fans of Thomas. I was, like, really annoyed by the end of the episode when they were going from scene to scene to scene where every guy was talking crap about him. And then, like, Hunter's like, yeah, like, I'm a nice guy until you make me mad and that's where we're going. And then he's the one that started the whole drama. Like,
he's seriously like a mad gerbil.
Although I do love when Thomas came in, it was silent. And that one guy, what noise did he make? He went...
or something.
I like him because he just like broke the awkward
He's gotten
silence.
Literally no time.
I don't even know his name.
No one
his
does.
Heart.
He's going soon.
Yeah, so that was like really, really weird. They all annoy me. The end. Greg's still number 1.
Yeah. I think something's going to happen with Greg at the end.
Well, he definitely... I wonder if he's going to be the guy that's like, I'm not really ready for this commitment.
Yeah, he seems young.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll get there.
Not.
Obviously, my predictions are totally off.
Yeah, we're going to have to take Garrett from the top 3. I think you were just hopeful.
Yeah, I'm kind of pissed.
There's no ginger representation in The Bachelor.
Yeah, there's every other kind of representation except for gay. Actually, Demi was bi.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
There's that.
So... All right, well, we have nothing else to say.
We're exhausted.
We were so bored by this episode. Like, the highlight was the ice cream.
It was excruciating.
Yeah. Well, on that note, we'll see you next week if the episode's better. Otherwise, we might just die.
See you next week.
Bye. Hey, it's Becca.
Hey, it's Maddie.
Thank you so much for listening to the Basic Bee podcast.
Follow us on the gram at Basic Bee Pod.
And join our private Facebook group linked in the episode notes.
Be sure to catch our next episode and leave us a nice review.
Until then, stay basic.
Bye, bees.